Chapter 12 Review Number 1. Find the area of the shaded region of the figure below. So the shaded region is a rectangle with a triangle cut out of it. So what we want to do first is find the area of the rectangle, and we find that by multiplying length times width. So what we're going to do is multiply 10 times 20, and that is 200. Now what we want to do is find the area of the triangle. So in order to find the area of a triangle, so triangle area is half base times height. So the base here is 15 and the height is 4. So we're going to say half of 15 times 4. So 15 times 4 is 60, and in order to find half of that, we divide it by 2, and that's 30. So in order to find the area of just the shaded region, the yellow part, we're going to subtract the area of the triangle from the area of the rectangle. So we are going to say 200 minus 30, and that is 170. So this is your answer. Number 3, calculate the perimeter and area of the following figure. So in order to find the perimeter of an area, you want to add up all 3 sides of this triangle. So we're going to say 6 plus 5 plus 5, and that equals 16. So the perimeter is 16. This is your perimeter. Okay? In order to find the area, once again, like in number 1, it's half base times height. So the base is the flat part, the part that's not angling. Like you could stand it up on a table or something. So over here, our base is 6 and our height is 4. So we're going to say half of 6 times 4. And 6 times 4 is 24, so we're looking for half of 24. And 24 divided by 2 is 12. So the area is 12. And this is your final answer. Or both of them. Whoops, what just happened? Sorry, my iPad fell. Okay, so moving on to number 5. Calculate the circumference and the area of the following circle. So in order to find the circumference of the circle, it is 2 pi r, which stands for radius, and the area is pi, whoops, forgot the equal sign, equals pi r squared. So now what we want to do is say 2 pi times 7, because our radius here is 7, and that equals 2 times 7 is 14, so we have 14 pi, and this is our circumference. To find the area, we're doing pi times 7 squared. So 7 squared is 7 times 7, and that is 49 pi. So the area equals 49 pi. So these are our 2 answers for number 5. Okay, number 7. What is the area of a square which measures 8 inches on each side? So in order to find the area of a square, you just multiply the base times the height, or just the side squared because it's a square and the sides are the same. So what we're going to do is say 8 squared, and that is 64. So our area is 64. Number 9. What is the sum of the measures of the interior angles in the figure below? So in order to find the sum of the interior angles, we are going to calculate n minus 2 times 180. So n stands for the number of sides. So let's count how many sides we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means instead of n, we are going to say 7 minus 2 times 180. And 7 minus 2 is 5, So we are going to multiply 5 times 180, and that is, let's see, 5 times 8 is 40, so that is 500, no, sorry, just kidding, 900 degrees. And that's our answer for number 9. Okay, so number 11, find the area of the parallelogram below. So in order to find the area, you do base times height. So the height is the one that is going straight down. It's the altitude. It's not the slanted height on the side. Ignore that. So we are going to say area equals 10 times 60. I mean, not 60, 6. I'm getting ahead of myself here. And 10 times 6 is 60. So this is our answer. And now it is time for the Chapter 12 test. So number 1, what is the area of a circle with a radius of 7 centimeters? So remember, in order to find the area of a circle, it's pi r squared. And since the radius is 7, it's going to be pi 7 squared. And what is 7 squared? It is 49. So the answer is 49 pi, and that is A. So the answer for number 1 is A. Number 3, the figure below is a circle inscribed in the square. What is the area of the shaded region? So the shaded region is the parts outside of the circle, but inside the square. So we know that since it's inscribed, all the edges are touching. So ignore my picture, pretend that all the edges of the circle are touching the edges of the square. So we know that the radius of the circle is 14, so that means half of this side is 14, and the other half is also 14. So that means each side of the square is 28. Okay, so what we're going to do is find the area of the square, which is 28 squared, and then find the area of the circle, which is pi 14 squared. Oops, forgot the pi. Can't forget the pi. Okay, so 28 squared is 28 times 28, and that is, oops, $784. Okay, and pi 14 squared is 196 pi, and pi is 3.14. So we are going to multiply 196 times 3.14, and that is 615.75. So what we're going to do is subtract from 784, 615.75. And let's add a decimal and 2 zeros to even this out. So 784 minus 615.75 is 168.25. So this is your answer for number 3, and that is, let's see, oh, they did it in terms of pi. Just kidding. So it's going to be 784 minus 196 pi, and that is B. So the answer for number 3 is B. Okay, number 5. What is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a pentagon? So remember, to find the measure of the interior angles, it is going to be n minus 2 times 180. So a pentagon has 5 sides. So instead of n, we are going to plug in 5. So 5 minus 2 times 180. 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180. And 3 times 180 is 540. So the answer to number 5 is C. Number 7, what is the area of the figure below? So this is a trapezoid. So remember, a trapezoid has 2 bases. The first base is over here, and the second base is over here. So how we do this is we say half of base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So the first base is 8, and the second base is 12, and the height is 5. So we're going to say half of 8 plus 12, which is 20, times 5. 20 times 5 is 100, so we're finding half of 100, and half of 100 is 50. So the answer to number 7 is B. And that is it for the Chapter 12 test and review.